not filmed on this channel in quite a while. And, you know, I have so much stuff going on right now. I'm taking some classes. I have a lot of things going on. And when I get busy like that, I really have to divert all of my attention, my extra attention to my main channel, because that is my income. That is my bread and butter, okay? But this channel here is like this close to being monetized, which means to me, you know, a lot of people are actually interested in this type of thing and what I have to say. So I will be putting more attention into this channel as well, because, you know, that's another stream of income for me. But anyway, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make spirit powder. And you're probably saying, well, what in the world is spirit powder? And why would I even want to know how to make it? And if I do know how to make it, how do I use it? Spirit powder can be used when you are dressing candles for candle work. You would simply mix it in with just a little bit of carrier oil. Olive oil is good. And then you would just smear it all over your candle, you know, dress your candle with it when you're doing your candle work. You can also put it inside of jars when you're doing jar work. It's especially wonderful for sour jars. Let's see, you can also bundle it up, which I have done. Bundle it up and sew it inside of a little poppet to represent the person that you are sending all of this towards. So, the spirit powder itself is not made out of powdered spirits, but what it is made out of is burnt paper. And when you're getting ready to write, what I'm going to tell you to write, you want to put all of your feeling into it, all of your feeling, all of your emotion, whatever you're wanting this to be used for. And let me explain that. If you are sending good energies to someone, if someone is sick and you want to try to, you know, send them healing, to send them love and you know, appreciation, anything like that, what you want to do is really, really focus on that while you are writing. Now, what are you going to be writing? If you know their full name, write their full name. If you know their date of birth, write out their date of birth, and then you need to write a description of them just as vivid and descriptive as you can get while you are holding that person's image in your mind's eye, okay? You really, really want to focus on them. Write their full name, their birth date. Very, you know, descriptive little paragraph about them. The more descriptive you can be, the better this is going to work. Now, what if you don't know their full name? If you only know them like as Ms. Jones or Mary Sue, you know, if you don't know their full name, that's okay. You write what part of their name you do know. This spell work is all about intent. You know, when people talk about, oh, it's witchcraft, no, all of it is intent. It's all about intent. As long as the intent is there, and if you can hold their image in your mind while you're writing this, it's going to be okay. If you just know them, like I had an issue with a woman in a store earlier. If you want to call her that bitch that, you know, moved me over to get in line in front of me, then write out the bitch that moved me over and got in line in front of me, you know, and then be very, very descriptive and write out a little paragraph about exactly what she looked like, what stood out to you. If you were to read this, you would know in your mind who you were talking about, okay? Listen, I don't know her name. And I don't have her birth date, but I'm just going to be as descriptive as possible. Now, what you want to do is write all that out, write it all out again, then write it all out again. I like to do mine 3 times. That's going to make just a little bit of spirit powder, of course, because you know, the more paper you burn, the more ashes you're going to get. So write it out at least 3 times. So let's see. Let me get my pencil to work in here. So here's her name, here's her birth date, and then here is the description of them. Okay, then you're going to tear that off and lay it over there. You're going to write it all out again. Tear that off, write it all out again. And then you're going to take all of your papers here, and you need to put it in a little vessel where it can be burned safely. So I'm not going to do that here in the house. I'm going to take mine outside after I actually write mine out, you know. You're going to take your paper, you're going to put it in something that can be burned. If you want to, you can tear the paper and put it in your little container. Tear it up, put it in, tear it up, put it in. And then you're going to burn it down until it's nothing but ash. Don't mix anything in with it. Just put it there, burn it, and then you're going to take all of that ash, make sure it's all nice and powdery, and then put it in a little container to use later. And that is your spirit powder. But anyway, let's go back to what I was talking about earlier. So if you were to make this powder, and let's say that, you know, someone you know is sick or ill, or they're having a bad time, you would take your spirit powder And then just take a piece of fabric, felt, whatever you have, and just sew a little doll, a simple little doll, like in the shape of a gingerbread man, you know, a simple little doll. And then you put all of your ashes inside of it and then sew it shut. If you have some of their hair or their nail clippings, you know, that would be even better. But you put all this inside of your little poppet. And then, you know, you want to do your spell work with it. You send it all the positive energy you can. If you want to carry it with you, fine. If you want to sleep with it under your pillow, fine. But you just really charge that little poppet with all of your positive intentions. You can surround it with healing crystals, healing herbs. I happen to be a 3rd degree Reiki master teacher. I would send all of my energies toward that little poppet while I'm envisioning that person in my mind to try to send them healing. Okay? Now, if you're like that woman in the store earlier and you done made me mad, then you can make a sour jar and you can put this spirit powder in your sour jar while you're focusing on her. And then you seal it up, and then I like to burn a candle in the color that is representing, you know, what I want to get across. If I'm good and mad, I'll burn a combination of red and black. You know, burn the candle on top of your jar, and we'll get all into this later. And your spirit powder inside is going to give it a little extra oomph, you know. So yeah, that's basically all it is. It's just another handy little intention tool to help you get your point, your feelings, your spell work across. So, I will be making more videos. We'll get into poppets. We'll get into sour jars. Because like I said, I'm getting mad. I'm going to be making a sour jar here in a little bit. We'll get all into that later. But for your spirit powder, that's how you do it. So anyway, if you would, give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media. The links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye.